Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
E-bike ban starts on London Underground today. See where they are still allowed. To view this video, please enable JavaScript and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5. Video. Up next, electric bikes, which have been labeled a ticking time bomb, are now banned on the London Underground and Overground due to fire risk. E-bike fires have caused concern among Londoners after incidents across the capital's stations. On average, there is an e-bike fire every other day in London, the fire brigade said. Last month, an e-bike went up in flames moments before boarding a tube carriage at Rayners Lane Station, while an e-bike explosion caused a fire at Sutton Station in April. Transport for London, TfL, has now announced a safety ban on non-folding e-bikes on the tube and rail services for the safety of customers and staff. However, cycling campaigners have warned a blanket ban could reduce the use of legitimate e-bikes. Here is a roundup of what the ban means and where on London transport e-bikes are still allowed. The ban will come into effect today, March 31, 2025. Non-folded e-bikes are no longer accepted on most TfL services, including the Tube, Overground, Elizabeth Line, DLR, buses, trams, and the IFS Cloud cable car. It also includes standard bikes, which have been converted to e-bikes using conversion kits. However, folding e-bikes will still be permitted after TfL didn't identify any recorded incidents involving foldable e-bikes in London. To get the latest news from the capital, visit Metro's London News Hub. While non-folded e-bikes are no longer permitted on most of the TfL network, they can still be carried on some services. E-bikes are still allowed on the Woolwich Ferry, river services, and coach services, subject to the operator, even after the ban kicks in today. This is because of the particular safety arrangements and operational environments of these services, TfL explained. They can also be taken on board the Silvertown Tunnel Cycle Shuttle bus when it opens on April 7. How will the ban be enforced? Enforcement officers will be deployed across the network to monitor and enforce compliance. Anybody who does not comply may be refused entry, directed to leave the network, or face a fine of up to £1,000 if prosecuted under the bylaws, TfL told Metro. Converted illegal e-bikes have been labeled death traps. After a monster e-bike capable of going at up to 70 mph was seized in London last year. Converted e-bikes adapted using electronic conversion kits are thought to pose a bigger fire risk than purpose-built e-bikes, although it can be hard to differentiate between modified and unmodified e-bikes, TfL said. It said that until improved product safety measures are in place for converted cycles, batteries, and charges, a ban is necessary for all non-folded e-bikes. Lily Matson, TfL's Chief Safety, Health and Environment Officer, said, "Our priority is always the safety of our customers and colleagues. We have been working closely with the London Fire Brigade on a review of the safety risks associated with e-bikes on our network, and following this review, we will be putting this safety ban in place from 31 March 2025. Customers with non-foldable e-bikes will not be permitted to use our tube and rail services." Scott Pedden sounded the alarm on e-bikes after he lost his entire family and home in a blaze. He told Metro previously that modified and old bikes are a ticking time bomb. Charlie Pugsley, a London Fire Brigade's deputy commissioner, said they welcome the ban as it acknowledges the risks that we know e-bike batteries can pose. He said that while e-bikes can have sustainable benefits, the reality is that across London we have been seeing an e-bike or e-scooter fire every other day on average, and we have particular concern about the risk posed by conversion kits or modified e-bikes. However, cycling campaigners have criticized the blanket ban on all e-bikes on public transport. Tom Fyans, the London Cycling Campaign's chief executive, told Metro, "Safety must always come first, but the risk is that measures like this could confuse people about the safety of genuine e-bikes and reduce usage, which would be a big concern. The real issue is a total lack of control on the sale of dodgy conversion kits, batteries, and the illegal modification of e-bikes into mini motorbikes. Government, TfL, and delivery companies need to get a grip on this issue and fast. No one wants to compromise the safety of passengers, but once again, the easy answer appears to be removing cycle access rather than dealing with the bigger issue of meaningful regulation. As a result, battery fires are likely to keep happening, and we will keep seeing dangerous, illegally modified bikes on our streets. James Metcalf, the co-founder of Volt Bikes, told Metro that a blanket ban of all non-folded e-bikes on the TfL network is a huge setback for active and sustainable transport. He argued that ordinary commuters will be hit and that the focus should be on education and enforcement rather than a one-size-fits-all approach. Shaf Hussain, a delivery rider in London, claimed that low pay is reducing workers to making illegal upgrades to their bikes. When you have to make more deliveries for less money, this is the inevitable result, he said. ASLEF, the train drivers' union, welcomed the announcement today after suggesting previously they would consider industrial action unless a ban was introduced. Finn Brennan, ASLEF's full-time organizer on the Underground, said the ban will reduce the risk of a serious accident and the dangers caused by large numbers of unfolded e-bikes blocking exits in emergencies. We are pleased that TfL have listened to our concerns and has now acted on them, he added. London Mayor Sadiq Khan said the small number of incidents involving full-sized e-bikes catching fire on transport have caused him great concern. This is why, following a comprehensive review of the safety of e-bikes, TfL is banning all non-folding e-bikes on tube and rail services. I have asked TfL to continue to work with government and partners to improve e-bike safety as we build a safer London for everyone, he said. This story was first published on March 26, 2025. Get in touch with our news team by emailing us at webnews@metro.co.uk. For more stories like this, check our news page. Era. More, Wembley-bound Nottingham Forest will be too strong for Manchester United. Era. More, M11 closed for hours near Stansted after lorry smashes through barrier. Era. More, Spencer Matthews upset that Vogue Williams was forced to address their marriage. Stay on top of the headlines with daily email updates. This site is protected by Ray CAPTCHA and the Google privacy policy and terms of service apply. Your information will be used in line with our privacy policy.